Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Southern Made Gamers Podcast, where we talk about the most recent gaming news and pop culture. I'm your host, Nick Fury.
It's your boy, Blasian318. Let's get it.
Fresh off that 12-hour shift, it's Young Lay, aka the Southside Play on PSN.
And it's your boy, Big D Brown around here. Let's go.
So the first topic, we're going to talk about, so they just released the well, not specific, but what the release date of the Xbox Series X is going to be. It's going to release of November 2020, but the rumored target date is that they're trying to go for the 6th. And yeah, that's really all about that. I don't really care about the trash box, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't fuck with it.
Can't mess with it.
They come out with it tomorrow. For all I
That's
care.
all right.
Still
That's all right.
won't
I'll be the only one holding it down. It don't matter to me.
Hey man, hey, take your loyalty. I respect it, but I ain't gonna fuck with it.
Technically, you already do.
If you can't fuck with it, don't fuck with the gamepad either. Stay all the way out.
Hey, that's something different though.
That's why I was getting.
It's still the brand, right?
I was gonna say, just get a PC.
It's still the brand, though, right?
Hey, I just said the console. I didn't say anything about the actual the service.
Honestly, with Game Pass, they really not give you a reason to buy a console. I mean,
That's right.
I think even with the loss of Halo, which we'll probably talk about later, is like, I mean, there really is no reason to get it at launch now. Like, I honestly don't know what they're doing with the whole plan of selling a console plus selling Game Pass. It's almost like taking a Nintendo strategy, kind of taking a backseat, let Sony do its thing and run the show. Like, hey, if we also have this other thing over here if you want that, you know. But
yeah,
I don't know.
But on the flip side, I don't see nothing that'd make me buy either one of those systems day one.
For me, I know Sony's going to drop those franchises.
But day one though, you ready to throw your money out there day one with that still hanging in the wind? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect the price to drop anytime soon. I'm pretty sure by at least a year from now, it's still going to have big titles coming out. I'm pretty sure Horizon Zero Dawn would drop for that price even considers dropping.
Yeah, but I'm talking about day.
You're talking about day one though.
Day one. I'm not talking about down the line. I'm talking about day one.
I'm kind of with D on that because, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna have that many titles to begin with, you know, like D said. And then, like, I mean, the only reason I'll probably get it for day one is just to have it, you know, because because they might have shortages, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about too, shortages.
That's the only reason I would get it for day one, but I'm still on the fence now because I'm looking at the titles, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, I'm not even playing those games. So yeah, I might as well wait.
Yeah.
You already get one later with coronavirus.
Yeah, most of the games, like the popular games, are like they're gonna take a while to even come out. I mean, now with the Halo being delayed to 2021 because their main reason with 343 is that they wanted to the pandemic, since everybody's working at home, they don't really have that much time since this has happened so abruptly, so they didn't have that much time to actually release the game at the date that they wanted to. So
everybody got that problem though, so they can't handle that.
Yeah. But I mean, they still released a demo of it though. They still released a demo of the thing regardless of the whole pandemic. Yeah,
Halo?
In the showcase.
Honestly, I'm not surprised at that. I mean, everybody do those graphics are pretty trash.
I was like, well,
it's actually a good thing they're delaying it because I mean they can finally work on the things and the issues and give the Halo fans a game they deserve. It could have been bad. It could have rushed it out, been unpolished, have people waiting for patches and shit to get it right. But they're doing the right thing by the community and just holding it back and getting it right the first.
They're doing the safe move. They're definitely doing the safe move.
I think they were pressured into doing that. I think they got the backlash from that showcase.
Oh yeah.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Damage control.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm
thing I do want them to do, I want them to keep Craig.
What?
Craig. The low res grunt or brute that's been memed out the Xbox conference.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I want.
Hey, no, you
His name is Craig.
Craig.
I didn't know that was his name. I know what you're talking about though. That meme.
He has to statement.
All over Twitter.
I'm gonna post it in the group. But I want them to keep Craig, man. They gotta make fun of it some kind of way. This is a little joke or whatever.
Yeah.
He's a happy
Oh, yeah.
he's a happy brute, man. He's actually like a family man.
He's a happy brute.
Yeah.
Man, he's so happy. You can see gunfire in the
Hold
background.
up,
He's still
let me look
smiling.
up Greg. I don't think I even seen
It's
it.
Craig, like Craig.
It's
It
crazy.
don't
man.
matter. It don't
With a
matter.
C, huh? T-R-A-I-G.
Get him, Craig. Go, on, Craig. Get up, Craig.
Yeah, but I know that that 343 or like the Halo Twitter has definitely posted something on regarding that whole like Halo delay, basically just saying stuff about the COVID stuff, and they just wanted to make the development as good as they could.
Yeah.
I mean, of course they're disappointed about it. I mean, nobody really likes this whole COVID thing, but they just trying to make it as polished as possible for for the fans, as many fans as Halo does.
Yeah, they go back to the drawing boards with that one.
Yeah, the safe move. They might as well. So back to the drawing boards. But yeah, I guess that's all we have to talk. Not a whole lot about Xbox this podcast. Sorry, folks.
Not for me.
Not from Blasian.
It's all right, fella. I'll hold it down for y'all.
I might be the number one hater.
Nah, Larry is on the slick.
I'm not a hater. I'm pretty neutral.
Yeah, Larry's kind of neutral. He be tuning in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He do.
He was talking about switching over the other day.
I don't know about all that now.
Hey.
I don't believe
I
that.
missed this.
Y'all ain't hear him at Hooters?
Huh?
Well,
No.
You ain't hear him at Hooters?
I don't know. I was probably eating my wings.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Larry, let me find out you undercover, man.
I mean, I'm
you talk to me.
I'm just trying to be informed for the podcast. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Quotations.
Quotations. We'll remember this. We'll remember this on the next one. I guess we'll talk about the next topic then. The Fall Guys. Fall Guys, the most popular battle royale with a twist game that's came out just recently. Right now, it's actually free for everybody on PS Plus right now, and it's also available for purchase for it's about $20 on PC if you only play on PC. But yeah, man, I definitely think that this game is it's definitely highly successful. A lot of people have been streaming it. A lot of people are very hype about it. It's like basically it's like a Mario, Super Mario 3D meets Wipeout kind of game.
More of a party battle royale.
Yeah, it's kind of like Wipeout, in my opinion. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Wipeout when I used to play that.
It's inspired by those game shows, Takashi's Castle, and like I said, Wipeout. It's basically 60-player battle royale, 24 mini games.
Customizable characters, like a kind of look like a jelly bean kind of looking thing.
It actually is a jelly bean, actually.
Yeah. And you have like different stages. You have like different kind of game types. You have racing, which is probably the most popular one, but you just basically just go through a whole obstacle course, like like Wipeout or any of those kind of games like that. And you have survival, which is like,
So it's a race?
yeah. Like
running.
The race,
it's a foot race.
how the race works is that you have about 59, 60 people in one game.
60 people.
Yeah, 60 people in one game, and you basically have to make it. What you're trying to do, your goal is you're trying to make it to the goal, which is what the goal is that each round they have like a specific amount of people that will actually qualify for the next round. So you're trying to beat 60 people, so you can be say if there's 43, 44 people can only qualify, you're trying to be within those 44 people who beat the course. You know what I mean? So it's not a time thing, but you just gotta beat whoever's in that game with you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's basically what the whole objective of the game is. But so they have racing, and then they have another one which is survival, which what I've seen on people's streams is you're basically on a platform, and you're just running around a platform with a bunch of people, and you every step that you take on a little stone or whatever, it basically disappears. So you're just
that's just one of the games. They have different
more
game
of them,
types.
but I'm just making an example of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to think that was the only one.
No, they have a lot more. They have a lot more of that one mode a lot more stages, but that's just one. You just basically just try to fall from that stage. You're trying to make it as difficult for the other people as you can, so you don't get eliminated.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
Man,
go ahead.
I was about to say, I recommend us playing the game while we podcast on the next one.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. Do
Yeah.
a little playthrough.
Down with it.
Yeah,
Playthrough, yeah.
and we can just talk and play the game at the same time.
Yeah, man.
All four of us.
Yeah, we'll try to implement that. They have the team game mode, which is basically like, I know they had one game mode. It's like soccer or something like that. So you're trying to get into the other goal. Is it like a big old maze and you're just trying to make it into the goal where you have like another squad? Or
I think it's well, they have actual straight up soccer where there's 2 soccer balls that spawn in, and you're trying to get as many balls to the other goal as possible. The winning team is the one that, of course, that gets the most soccer balls in the goal. But they have, like I said, they have a variety of team modes. They have that. They have the capture the egg, where each team has to take eggs back to their base, and it's real chaotic. Like, I mean, you have people stealing eggs from other people, jumping into other bases and taking eggs out. I mean, it's like a crazy fun like party game like that, where people are not gonna play fair. They're gonna play dirty because they're gonna try to win. And that's what makes this game like fun. People are gonna fail. People are gonna find ways to try to get an edge. That's what makes that game amazing.
oh, I've seen some people like on the racing game where they literally like stand by the fucking like finish line and they just like wait and they like do like a little like no homo, like a kiss motion where they're trying to block you out of the
they grab
finishing. Yeah, they grab you.
Yeah.
People be trolling in that game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but it looks like really fun. It's like one of those unpredictable games, so you never know like what's gonna happen during the entire game. Everybody, like, they might have somebody trolling, they might have like a million people going to like one little gap trying to make it to the goal. Like, it's really crazy, but it looks fun though. It definitely looks fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can drop some more information on it too, Nick, if you want me to.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so like I said, I put a lot of time in this game. I probably put about 10-15 hours into it so far.
Am I really?
Yeah, I played a lot, 3 hours alone one night with Russell. So like, one of our friends. So, I mean, I've But anyways, things I wanted to get point out was, I mean, the game did launch with a free battle pass. It has a battle pass system just like every other battle royale. I mean, it's free. I mean, you don't have to pay anything to get on the track with it. I don't know if they're gonna do the next season like that. I thought that was pretty cool. And I mean, they have two unique currencies in this game as well too. One is called kudos, which you earn every time you play. And the farther you go, the more you get. And they're pretty generous on it. I mean, and you can use the kudos to buy stuff out the store. Like different skins, colors for your character, emotes, all the typical battle royale type stuff. But the one unique thing I do like about it is the other currency. It's called crowns. And what crowns are is like you can only earn crowns from the battle pass, which they're very limited on the battle pass. I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 on the battle pass total. But you can only earn more crowns from actually winning the game. And what those do is buy like very unique skins. So like if somebody's really good at this game and they get all the crowns, they're gonna be rocking a skin that no one else in the game will probably have because they're not winning. Which I think is pretty dope. And that makes those guys that are really good stand out.
Yeah, exactly.
And another thing, they don't sell crowns too in the store either, so you can't go buy a crown.
Yeah, you actually have to win,
and you have to actually earn it.
Right, but it's not like a game to where you just like the first time you play it. It's not like you're gonna like completely like fail. You know what I mean? Like you can win like on the first try. Depending. Depending. I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
I've seen people
it's possible,
do it. It's possible, but I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is possible. Just not by a big margin. Yeah. So
I have, for the record, I haven't won yet. I've came close like twice.
Yeah.
Well, I've gotten the finals many times, but I came like really close like 2 times.
Yeah.
They were heartbreakers. I'm probably gonna post them later. But
let me just say this: it's not a game to where it's like incredibly hard to where it's gonna like discourage you. Discourage you to where you're not gonna play it anymore. You know what I mean?
It's definitely pick up and play. It's made for people that like to be competitive and like to win. It's also made for people that just want to kick back, relax, and just just have fun, like, and try to do their best.
Yeah.
That's both groups. When I look on Twitter, I see both of those kind of groups. I mean, the competitive guys are kind of, they're kind of a little mad at times. They're like, hey, I want to change this. I don't like that, whatever. But there's a lot of casual fans too that like just want to hop in, run around, and do their best and hope to win. And just the fact that anybody can win, I think and it's not a hard game to play. I think it's maybe three things you can do. You can jump, dive, and grab. And that's pretty much the gist of the game. So I mean, anybody can pick it up and play and run. But it's just it's the obstacle course, and the random variant of people being around you, and it can get chaotic at times. Is what makes the game so fun and unique.
It gets very chaotic at times. But since you've already played the game before, like, do you think there's anything that they can change, or maybe like put into the game so it can keep going like in an upward spiral like it is?
So far, they already addressed some of the major issues. They did have issues with servers and disconnects because, I mean, they are a small company. This is their first big game. I mean, the only other game they had to their name that anyone would probably even know is they made the Gears of War pop game on the cell phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bobblehead, big, big headed.
Devolver Digital, right? Yeah. Devolver Digital. That's the
that's Metatonic.
Oh,
that's the developer. Yeah,
oh, I see.
That's the developer for this game.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think who you talking about published the game.
Right.
But this is their big game. So this was their first like major success. So yeah, they had issues with keeping people on the servers and servers staying up, stuff like that. But they finally got all that ironed out, and it's pretty good. And now they're trying to they got a hit on their hands. They're kind of like Apex. They came out unexpectedly, had a huge hit, and now they got to try to catch up with the demand. So things they did fix on PC, they did have a bit of cheating initially, but they've already ironed that out, and they have a whole system in place where if you cheat, you get banned.
You get banned.
Like
a lot of people were sending out reviews. I was just about to get into that too. A lot of people have been sending like reports of people cheating in Fall Guys. And like it's got to that point to where like the people that developed this game, like they started banning people now. So there's definitely less of an activity of cheating now. Yeah. Like, what would they do? They would just like put a bot, or like.
Well, one of the games that know a lot of people, well, mostly the competitive side of the player base, is any game that involves chasing the tail or catching the tail. There's usually a player that has a tail, you have to catch the tail, especially for the final. That they have one of the final games where one person has a tail and everybody has to chase that one person, and whoever has a tail at the end of the time was the winner. There was a hack or something where somebody had where they can instantly grab the tail or something like that and carry it.
What?
So that's how they were cheating.
Wow.
They've already got that ironed out. They even said that people don't even need to report it anymore because the cheat system they have in place is pretty much instant. So
yeah, just going back off of what I said, but mainly what I think, if they're gonna make it mainly online, they definitely should have made it offline as well. Something like that. Maybe up to like I don't think you would have had that many people if you would have had it offline. You'd probably only do like 4 people, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think they can make a room. You can make a room with as many people as you want. I mean, I feel like a private match, because that's something I had my notes on, but the part for continued success. I mean, of course, having private matches would be great. Like, you can get your friends, only your friends or people together in one room and just, duke it out.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have 60 people per se, because not every map has to have 60 people. It's more or less, that's just what you start with. But I mean, it's still fun and crazy if you have like 20 people or 10 people, just. That's just how the nature of the game is a party. So I mean, it's always going to have a fun experience to it.
I agree. Yeah, I think definitely they should do. You can do that in the game right now, or not? Not at that moment.
No, I mean, it's right now. It's pretty bare bones. It's pretty much you get online, you matchmake with 60 people, and you just go at it.
Yeah, they should definitely add that.
You can't party up with up to 4 people and also join the same room and go play too. I mean, they're probably going to make a lot of changes. That, like I said, they have a hit in their hands now, so now they're going to just go all in and try to get this game its full potential. But it has a lot of potential. I feel like just off what they have now is good. I feel like maybe in future seasons, maybe have theme seasons or seasons with certain like elements, something like that, and have games that kind of go with the flow of the season. So of course, they'll add new games and stuff like that, and like a bunch of companies are trying to get in on this and trying to have their skins in the game as well too. I don't know if you saw that story.
Yeah, I have. I
Like
forget who it was.
Walmart and KFC trying to get skins in the game, stuff like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I would like to have like certain characters in there. I don't know if it was. I'm not sure if it was Fall Guys, but I thought I saw like somebody make like a Snake from Metal Gear Solid skin or something like that. Or maybe I've just.
They probably did it. There's a lot of fan made skins, and in fact, I'll throw this out right now. Because they had all those server issues I mentioned earlier, they're actually giving people a skin that's starting today. Well, yes, starting today, they're giving everybody a skin that has played from now launch, and really you have until midnight tonight to acquire it to be eligible for this skin, and you can also get 5,000 kudos, which is the currency I mentioned earlier that you can buy skins with for free. That's them giving a thank you to the fan base for sticking in there, hanging in through all the issues they had with their servers and stuff. But I mean, the only way you can acquire for that is if you actually log in tonight. By midnight tonight is the deadline for that.
Better download it now.
Crank it up.
But yeah, if y'all got a PlayStation 4 and y'all have PSN, like, definitely get it. Okay, I guess we'll move on to the next topic, unless somebody else has something to go on with that.
Pretty much touched everything I was gonna say, so.
Yeah, we know. All right, so on to the next topic number 3. We're gonna talk about Dr. Disrespect, which I'm sure like has been a pretty big buzz for like the last month and a half. With something's been going on with him with Twitch. Basically, he got banned I think it was about a month ago, and he didn't know why it was a ban. He just signed a contract in March, like probably I think it was an 8-figure contract with Twitch as a partner with them, and not that later since he signed that contract, he just got banned for no reason. He even said after on Twitter he didn't know why he got banned. He was trying to figure it out from Twitch, and nothing really went on. Slasher said it was on Twitter, which is like, you know, a guy that knows everything. He knows pretty much anything or you know that would have to go on with anything that's like behind the scenes. Like he'll find out. He's like probably the top source you can find on Twitter if you want to find out about anybody about in drama or, you know, major people in the industry right now. But yeah, so after that whole month happened, nothing really happened for quite a while. You know, it was just everybody speculating on what was going on. You know, all his fans. He has millions, probably thousands, maybe probably a couple million of fans that he's already put up. And after this whole month happened, he actually started a stream last week on Friday on YouTube, and he had 500k viewers on that one stream at the peak. 510, I think the peak was, and that was even higher than Ninja when he came from Mixer. And then he went to YouTube to stream. He only had 130. He only had a quarter of what Dr. Disrespect had on YouTube. But of course, he had a backstory to actually, you know, make people tune in. You know, they actually had a reason to tune in.
Oh yeah, they wanted to see what happened.
They wanted to get into that drama. You know how people are nowadays. But yeah, they had like 510 people at his peak in his stream. Like, people were giving him donations left and right of $100 or more throughout the entire stream.
Hey, how much you gave him, Nick Fury?
I didn't give him any. To be honest with you, I didn't even have. I think when he was streaming, I was actually at work or something like that. But I didn't even have time to actually look at it. But yeah, he's still on his YouTube. He actually went back and addressed the whole Twitch ban. And he said he still has no idea what happened. Like, this is one of the quotes that he said. I know you know, mostly what I think it is probably a legal thing, but we don't know.
Gotta be. He just don't want to say.
You don't want to say
I know.
anything because
I know, but I ain't gonna say.
because obviously there was a lot of money in that contract that he signed, so he don't want to say nothing about that. He has to be intelligent about this.
Yeah.
So basically, this quote on YouTube on a stream on Friday, he said basically what happened was that there was no communication before, no reaching out, nothing. Boom, done. His exact words. No, like there was literally like he tried to reach out to him, they didn't say anything, no reply, nothing, and then they just posted on Twitter. It's like, oh well, basically what happened to Dr. Disrespect was like a very cliche kind of thing. They just said, oh well, he just basically violated like the rules for that goes for like everybody, on Twitter. I no idea what that means. Just very cliche. But to be honest with you, for anybody that's streaming on Twitch right now, especially since it's owned by Amazon, such a big company as well, like even if they even said themselves that this means for anybody, then that's got to be scary for like the entire streamer community that they already built. Like they were the first people to actually build that whole community, so that's definitely got to be scary just to hear from them. So going off of what else he said, like at the very end of what he had to say of that, basically, going back to the speculations is that and I'm going to quote off of what he said. So the problem is that there are those that are anxious for an answer. So what that does, it creates a level of urgency and speculation. And I think that's a fucking cockroach approach, period.
Mm-hmm.
And he's right. He's not wrong about that. The last thing he had to say after that statement was, basically people were worried about him, what he was thinking, because once he found out he kind of got banned, you can definitely tell on his stream, like he was very, very upset about that. Once he found out that everything was grayed out on his menu. So what he said was, my conscience, I feel so good. The momentum, whatever that was, a speed bump. And I don't like slowing down. That's the problem. But pretty much, like, I mean, this really didn't stop him because he already had like a following on YouTube, and he had like 2.43 million subscribers on YouTube already. And then on Friday on the stream, he gained like 230,000 subscribers on that one stream. It just goes to show you that, I mean, people are just gonna keep speculating on it until it's actually solved. But I don't know, man. What do y'all say about it?
It's really disturbing that Twitch has released nothing on it publicly. I mean, to me, it makes it look bad.
Probably, like you said earlier, a legal thing about it. They don't want to lose face. They don't want to say nothing that he can possibly get all that money that he's owed. And that's probably why he ain't saying that, because he's probably trying to get that money that he's owed. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty away. I mean, I don't even know if it's even that bad. I mean, because you still have people like Shroud and Logic that sign new contracts with Twitch. Like, they don't seem overly concerned about, Dr. Disrespect's random ban. I mean,
well, they have other streamers too, like Tim the Tatman. Like Tim the Tatman is another very popular Twitch streamer. He can't even play with, like, even if he's on any other platform, like on stream, like he cannot play with Dr. Disrespect no matter what. And he was playing with him a lot before his ban too, like on Warzone and PUBG and all those kind of games, those battle royale games. So he can't do anything with him at all at full time.
Well, been blacklisted.
Yep, he blacklisted. Crazy, man.
I don't get it, but I mean,
burned.
At the end of the day, somebody's gonna look bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this, to be honest.
I don't know. All I know is, for me, is that I'm glad he just didn't get canceled. Well, he kind of got canceled, but at the same time, he's making money off of YouTube. Like, he doesn't have a contract with YouTube, but like at least he has like some sort of income because he is partnered with them. You know what I mean? Because like once you get to a certain point, you can start earning money off of your subscribers and your views. You know what I mean? So he's already making a lot of money over there anyway. Probably not as much money as what he would make on that contract with Twitch, but it's something feasible. Definitely something feasible for his stature.
Oh yeah, he's got the fan base.
Yeah, he already got the fan base. He's good. He's always around. Like,
does he have any endorsements or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of at the moment.
I'm not aware of any either.
No. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll probably be coming back to this in this podcast like another day when we get more news on that.
To be continued.
To be continued. So yeah, the fourth topic that we have today is Marvel Avengers. So they actually had a I thought that this was gonna be released like in the week, but it wasn't. In the week of probably what was it supposed to be released? Like Tuesday?
14th. Yeah, the 14th.
Or the 14th? Yeah.
14th, tomorrow.
The 14th. It was supposed to be released that, but it was a wrong date. They
I think
Oh,
it's just a wrong date.
or maybe it was just a wrong date because everybody they had it on Google that it was supposed to be on that and like on other sources, but it's supposed to be on September 4th of 2020. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and say what y'all gotta say about the game.
I mean, I watched a little bit of it. It looks all right. I'm not really too excited for it, but enough to give it a shot.
Me personally, I'm watching with interest. I mean, it's a live service there, and I'm very skeptical of those games after seeing so many kind of open flames. I mean, really, the only successful one is Destiny. I mean, outside of that, I mean, the other one's kind of.
Monster Hunter wouldn't be considered one.
Oh, okay, Monster Hunter. That's probably the exception.
Oh yeah. Monster Hunter's that's a given though.
Yeah, that's kind of been doing this thing for a while now. Like
yeah,
I wouldn't.
This is a new different series.
Live at service. It's been doing it in that manner for a while.
Yeah. But
these other games, I'm talking about startups like Division and Anthem and all these other ones. I mean, they kind of they didn't do too hot. Ghost Recon, that's another one too. So
yeah,
I'm skeptical. They got to show me all the information up front before I decided to get it at launch.
Yeah, I feel you on that, Larry. Because for me, I'm speaking for me. Like I'm not a Marvel Avengers fan, so that's why I'm definitely not getting it day one. But if my friends get it and they say it's pretty good, and we want to do a multiplayer game, I'll jump in. Yeah. That's maybe I'll cap it, but definitely not day one for me. That's a no.
So let's say if it was X-Men, so then you'd be more excited about it, Joe.
I already pre-ordered it.
No, if it was X-Men.
Yeah. If it was X-Men.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's my favorite comic book series. That's what they should have made.
They had, because you remember that old arcade version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we stayed on that one. Yeah.
And X-Men is deep.
X-Men, they should do more.
They should definitely do a lot more on X-Men for sure.
Yeah, isn't it by Sony?
I don't know.
Rights?
Fox, isn't it Fox have it?
When was the last X-Men game that came out?
The last one I enjoyed,
Wolverine,
for sure, was that Wolverine Origins. Yeah.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
That is a long time.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Damn. That game did go hard.
That movie's from 2009. Oh my god.
Oh, you talking about the movie?
Yeah, the game was better than the movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The game was better than the movie.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Yeah, well, I played the demo. It was instant back. You shit bloody.
Yeah, X-Men is owned by Disney.
Oh yeah, sure do.
Yeah, they do got all that. Yeah, they do got
everything.
Because I think they're about to reboot the movies and stuff, huh? Or something. I don't know.
Then they're about to incorporate them in Phase 4 or something like that.
Yeah, something
somehow.
Like that. Or try to intertwine them with another universe.
Yeah, because they already got Fantastic Four in, because Dr. Doom supposed to be the big boy in this phase, allegedly.
Oh, okay. But yeah, if they would have came out with the X-Men, I'm getting that day one. Yeah. Well, I had to see the gameplay first.
Yeah, you gotta see the gameplay. Hold up.
Yeah.
I almost jumped off the bridge.
Can't just jump in head first.
Can't be looking crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did that with Resident Evil 3, and you saw where that went. $60 waste on 9, maybe 8 hours of gameplay. That's it.
Which game?
Resident Evil 3 remake. Remember what I told you about that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a fail.
Yeah, it was a fail. I don't want to say it, but it was, man. Like, you would really think that with how Resident Evil 2, probably one of those top games in the PS4, or in this generation, they would definitely like make the Resident Evil 3 installment like just as good as the Resident Evil 2 installment. So I don't know. I thought it would be a lot more to it, and I thought there would be like a lot more story like from the original, but I don't know, man. The game just it played like Resident Evil 2, but I mean it just didn't want to be like I wanted it to be. Just like there was too many like skips in the story that were just really important that he just went right over. So yeah, it was definitely a fail. But off topic, we're gonna go on to for Marvel Avengers. From what I've seen in people doing an explanation for it, and seeing other people who had like the beta and the extra play for it, I like it has my attention right now. It has my attention, and I like Iron Man a lot, so I'm probably gonna play with Iron Man if I do get it. But yeah, it'd be a game that I'd have to if I see more gameplay on it and I see like a little bit further deeper into the game, or see some people playing the beta, then yeah, I might actually get it. But like Joe said, or Blasian said, I definitely wouldn't get it day one. I probably wouldn't get it day one, but it definitely has my attention though. All the gear that you have with it, and like it looks tight. Like you got like the regular hero missions for single players where you can get all your heroes. You got all the Warzone missions where you can get like a squad up to 4 people, and you can play with your friends online. I mean, the abilities everybody has, like Thor, he has his AoE damage. We got Iron Man with his rockets and his lasers. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty fun the way that is going so far. Yeah. But I mean, I definitely would have to see a little bit more if I actually want to cop it at first. But for right now, it's just I'm not gonna cop it at first. But it definitely is. It has my attention. Especially with all the customization, you can have it like with Iron Man with his little like extra suit. I thought that was tight, man. When he had that big old suit he had looking like a tank and shit, I was like, oh, that shit had me hyped. But the gear and everything looks really nice. How you can do like you can have like perks for like your weapons and you can modify everything, and skills for that certain hero are really cool, and you can like use certain skills and equip certain skills at certain times. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool for me. Going on to the next topic. So we have for the PlayStation 5 with this new key feature that it's telling me about. So they had a system architect, Mark Cerny. He mentioned a feature saying that this new feature that you have for the PS5 interface, which they're probably gonna name with activities, but they really haven't thought of a name for it so far. Basically what you can do with it is that you can load into any part of a video game that you want, or like if there's like an individual part that you're playing on, instead of just like booting up the game and just be like you're trying to boot up the game and then you have to see what's up, and then you have to boot up and then you close it, you come back to it, you got to boot up the game, see what's up, and then you got to go do whatever you got to do. Instead of just doing that, you can go into the interface, you can see where you're at in the game, and then you can go to that certain mission. Say if you wanted to go straight to this boss fight, or you wanted to go if it's an online thing, if you want to go straight into this game with them, you can do that depending on the game. But I don't know. But if it's like a multiplayer game, it'll have like joinable activities in real time that you can go into. I mean, I think this is a pretty neat thing. If they'll have servers for this, it'll definitely make the game more enjoyable. You can just jump in, and instead of just being like, oh, like I have to wait for my friends to play a game, they're actually doing something right now, I can't get into it, I have to just like go ahead and do whatever I got to do first, and then go through the menus and all that kind of shit. Basically it just bypasses everything. It goes to the menus, and it bypasses all the menus, and you can just go ahead and do whatever you want to do with that game. It makes it a lot quicker.
My thoughts on it? Sensational.
Oh, that's fire, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I mean, real talk. Like especially multiplayer games, you're looking to just go specific mode. I mean, You literally can just boot from a load from the menus. Like for instance, I'll use Call of Duty for example. No, you hate that, Nick, but hey.
Hey,
it's
go for
game.
it. I ain't gonna hate right now. Maybe later.
But say you just want to go play domination or team deathmatch. I mean, you can literally pick that from the menus. You know, deathmatch, and it just drops you in. Like you don't have to boot up Call of Duty, go through well, it shouldn't be the loading screens on PS5, but it's you have to boot up, go to the title screen, the multiplayer, go to playlist, then you go to domination. You just go domination from straight from the actual system. Just be right in. It's pretty fire. Or like Joe, like NBA or like 2K, like you can just go to online mode straight from the menus instead of having to through all of the different menu options on 2K or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's just faster access to do the things you want to do. And I think that's
Best
pretty
steps equals.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to push for that too in the PS5 era. They're trying to make everything a lot faster, and they have the SSD being a lot faster booting up games, but you can also just use this interface and just go straight into something. So say if you want to go ahead, like say if they made another Monster Hunter game and they had like this boss that just came out and you want to get straight into it, you can go ahead and you can drop right into that little area, or you can drop into your base and then go into that. I mean, I don't know, man. There's so many possibilities you could do with that. It's like in certain games, especially like if they just make Destiny a quicker boot. Just make it. Just make those load screens better.
I was getting to it. Like I think that it'll be a great thing for live games, for like a live event to happen. Like say for instance, like how Fortnite and Destiny to an extent too will have a live event happen, like something that you have to be there for. Instead of like going through the menus, you just literally just jump right there to that moment and join the community and be a part of the experience. That's something I think would be plus for a feature like that.
Yeah, I think for multiplayer game servers, this is going to be a certain plus. This will be a big plus that will bring a lot of people into the market. And like single player games, like pretty much what it's saying in this article, single player games will provide information like what missions you could do and what rewards you might receive for completing them, and all the choices will be visible in the UI. As a player, you can jump right into whatever you like. So that's pretty cool. So you don't even have to boot the game. You can go right into the interface and it'll tell you where you're at and what you can do, and what kind of rewards are there like readily available.
Is Xbox doing that?
Are they doing that now?
I have no idea.
Yeah, shots fired.
You go call Phil real quick, see what he got to say. It's making me look bad, Phil.
And we just lost 5 viewers that were Xbox players. All right, we moving on. The last one. This will be an interesting topic because I know that we're probably all gonna have different answers. So now that we're moving into the PS5, or the next generation, Xbox Series X, PS5, blah blah blah. What exactly is your top 3 games of this generation that you have played? Personal top 3 games of the generation.
I'll drop in first then. I have top 3. I'll go on first off of God of War. I think that's an amazing game. I mean, the reinvention of Kratos as a father, the reinvention of the whole franchise, and as an action RPG. I mean,
they completely it off. I mean, gave it a makeover. Yes. I think I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, from a straight action game to an action RPG. I mean, it was
fresh. I liked it because it was fresh.
It gave the franchise new life. Fresh story. I mean, it still keeps the history of the older games as well too. I mean, it ain't like he just completely rebooted. I mean, he still has his history from the previous games. I think that's pretty dope. Like, I mean.
Oh yeah.
I like the characters, the villains, everything about the game was amazing. The world, the open world aspect of it too was pretty
open
fine.
World.
Like,
oh yeah.
Now, I mean, another one I put on my list. I mean, it's still kind of early. I know this game is straight up classic. I had to put Ghost of Tsushima on it, mainly because I just think it's a technical marvel. I mean, the way they they built this world and the style, the way it looks. I mean, all that, and they didn't even have to use 100+ gigs like some games do to create everything. The way it loads, I mean, it's fast, it's instant. I mean, Sony always finds a way to the developers always find a way to the last games of the generation always have something that's amazing about them. Like this is that game, and it's almost similar to like how the Last of Us was for PS3 and God of War 2 was for the PS2. It's just amazing that they could pull this stuff off the last possible year of the system. I mean, it's just this amazing game. And then story wise, I mean the main story is amazing. And like I said, well, I mentioned before, side missions itself feel like freaking DLC. I mean, the side missions are their own like full-fledged story. It just you can get invested with those characters as well. It ain't like other open world games where like they give you side missions. This is some generic thing you do for some guy that you don't remember. Like you're gonna remember that character because this character has a whole story arc they're gonna play out to a bunch of side missions, and I mean, and they're all memorable. Like you're gonna remember this character. You're gonna feel for this character what they're going through. And I'm mentioning just a character, but it's more than one character you're going through for these side missions. I'm just not avoiding spoilers, but I mean, it's. I think the way they handle side missions in this game is like my favorite out of all the open world games I've played because it's actually meaningful and it's part of the world. Like I said, it feels like DLC. It feels like, man, they could have just chopped through these stories in as DLC because I mean they're pretty linked and they're pretty detailed. These characters have a whole arc, just like the main quest. I mean, like I said, Ghost of Tsushima is like it's definitely worth $60 if you hadn't got it yet. As for my last one, I think I picked this I guess I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this, but I did put Uncharted 4 plus it's standalone DLC of Lost Legacy. I did put them both together. I like them both. I mean, personally, I feel like Lost Legacy had the better story. That might be a hot take. I mean, Uncharted 4 was great. I feel like it was made just that it can have a fourth Uncharted. I mean, the whole story. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I mean, Sam is the main story arc of the game, and he was kind of added in as Drake's brother. Drake never mentioned he had a brother.
You never mentioned
the first 3 games. I mean, even in this game, like his wife. I mean, remember your wife? He had a brother, even though you thought he was dead. I mean, that to me is I was like, it's like God of War Ascension. It was a game made just to be made. It wasn't. The story was alright, but I mean, and it was still enjoyable and fun. But I mean, you could tell it was just made to be made. That's how I feel like Uncharted 4 was. But Lost Legacy, I mean, his story was amazing to me. I thought the shorter Uncharted experience and it kind of gave it the whole package, gave it that real Hollywood blockbuster feel because the action just kept pushing. There was no slow down missions, no fillers, nothing like that. It was just a straight story.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. And the main reason I put this on my list, not just because of the single player, but the multiplayer I heavily invested in. That was probably my favorite multiplayer game of this generation. I mean, I put more hours in that game than probably any other multiplayer game on the 4.
Yeah, I should have put some more time in the multiplayer because I had the game, but I guess at the time, like I didn't have anybody to play with.
Yeah.
When I had it.
I got it late, so
Yeah,
by the time I got it, nobody was playing it online no more.
Yeah, exactly.
If you check your friends' leaderboard, I'm probably #1 on there. Shoot, my ratio is pretty nasty on that game.
Yeah,
I was a
I seen
dog.
your videos. That boy had clips.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. I had matches where I didn't die. That's probably my favorite multiplayer. But,
All right, who's next?
That's my top 3.
I'd probably say for me, I had to throw Destiny on this. Since pretty much I spent my whole damn near this whole console generation playing both games. So
Yeah, let me check your hours you logged in on that.
it's probably 2,000 or 3,000. Yeah.
All I see is D Brown on
Destiny.
Calendar.
Two systems.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Cross 2 systems. At one point, you were playing them on both.
Oh, both. Yeah. You're right.
Dang,
And,
you got it on both systems? That's dedication.
Okay. Yeah. Six characters.
Yeah. Thank God they started doing they implemented cross save and I was getting burnt out. But other than that, I'd probably say Spider-Man. Spider-Man was a real good game. But I jumped on that pretty late. And
run up for me.
yeah, and definitely Ghost. I know it's early, but Ghost in my top 3. And I'd even throw a sleeper in there. Rise, Son of Rome. That was a launch title for.
Oh man, get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, that's lost and forgotten, man. That old demo game.
Yeah, I
still
forgot
real.
about that, to be honest with you.
It's still real.
Hey, I
Demo.
didn't drop my my honorable mentions. Mine was like I said Spider-Man. I
I
had
had
Monster
to
Hunter.
turn Southside. It's my turn.
Oh man, but you saw honorable mentions out.
I already talked to half the death,
Hey,
man.
hey, you should have said that then. Nah, I'm playing.
Okay, go ahead.
But it was for a launch title. It wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't worth the full price as a launch title. But if you'd have caught it on sale, it'd have been worth your money. It was pretty much a tech demo, but the store wasn't bad. The combat was flow real nice, and I mean, for like if you could catch it for like $5 or $6, it definitely be worth your money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Couple bucks.
Yeah, it wasn't a $60 game. I wouldn't put that up there, but
Would you put it in the same vein as like The Order, 1886?
Yeah.
That was a really good game, but that wasn't worth it.
yeah, I'll put it like that. Like you say, like graphically, it's one of the best games. Yeah, I'll put it in there.
You want me to go?
Go ahead, Nick.
Okay.
Nick Fury.
I guess we'll go ahead. My top 3. I mean, I didn't play a whole lot of games of this generation, which I kind of regret. But I'm trying to catch up. But
Yeah, he's new to the family. You know?
I'm new. I'm new. Well, no, I came back. I left the family and I came back. I ran away from home.
Oh yeah, I had to find.
He had to find me. I was lost. Yeah, exactly. Find me on the side of the road. My top 3, definitely God of War is one of them, because going off of what Larry said, for me the story was very good. It kept me. I like games that have really good stories. That's why I'm like a big Metal Gear Solid fan. Metal Gear Solid 5 didn't make it into this list, but yeah, like God of War, like that story was just so good. The open world was amazing. You could do like a lot of exploring in the game, but also the combat definitely isn't as good as the old ones. But I liked how it was like it was a fresh start to the series. It wasn't like God of War 2, but it was definitely something to where it was more like an RPG game, to where you can actually upgrade everything. You can make Kratos however you want to look. You can choose your gear, all that stuff, and I really like that about that game. It definitely deserved the award that it got. For number 2, I'm gonna give it to Marvel's Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. And also on top of that, like, I mean, I played a lot of Spider-Man games. I mean, it just has that kind of like you're swinging through the city, taking out crime. You got a lot of side quests. You literally can just go through the entire city and you can find something to do. Whether it's like the main story, you can find like you can go fight crime. You can help a citizen. You just get immersed in the world that Spider-Man lives in. But yeah, like everything was just so good. The villains that were incorporated into the story of that game. The combat was really fun, but my favorite part of the whole game was the suits. When you got to be in like all these different kind of suits, you can be in a stealth suit, you can be in an explosive suit, you can be in like an ice suit. There's so much you can do with Spider-Man that just makes it a lot more enjoyable, so you could play to your own play style. I thought that was a very good touch, because you didn't get to really do that in a lot of the other games for Spider-Man. Once they put that suit like kind of thing in there, I just wanted to get all of them. I actually have all the suits in the game. And yeah, Spider-Man is definitely a really good game that they put into this generation for me. Now, the third one, I had to think about this one, because I have a lot of honorable mentions, but off of the games that I played, some of y'all probably never even played it in this podcast, but I'm gonna give it to Persona 5. I'm gonna give it to Persona 5 because it wasn't like I never played any of the previous Personas, but I mean, as my first Persona, like it definitely gave me like a kind of Final Fantasy kind of vibe, to where you get to, you know, it was like something different. It's like you have your own character, but then they have like this kind of persona to where you get to like actually capture all these different personas. There were like a lot of like gameplay. Literally, the main story of this whole game takes you about 100 hours to do, but pretty much what this game did for me is that the like all these like kind of like quest drops that you get entirely into this game of Tokyo, like it pretty much gives you like a whole lifestyle in Tokyo. You get to know what it's like to live in Tokyo, what goes down in that. But it like, I don't know, it just hit kind of different. It was just something different for me. And all the bosses, the way you had to fight the bosses, the way you can like choose different characters in your team, and how they all interact with each other, just, you know, like I said before, it gave me that kind of Final Fantasy kind of like vibe. So that's why it's in one of my top 3.
Okay. All right. So my top 3. Okay. I'm not including any fighters in this because
Smart man.
it's not, you know, it's not really considered, you know, like when you're rating games, you know, it's kind of its own category. So I'm gonna piggyback off of everybody's like God of War. You know, the new God of War for the PS4 is not like the traditional God of Wars, you know, with the Greek mythology. You know, like Southside said, it's a brand new, like fresh gameplay storyline. I mean, it kind of picks up, you know, from the past and everything, but this is more of like I guess like Viking storyline.
Norse mythology.
Yeah. And you know, just the gameplay, you know, changed up a little bit. You know, it's not your kind of like beat 'em up, then you upgrade, but this is more of a RPG, like y'all said, where you can customize his gear, the type of attacks he can do, you know, to your play style, and the storyline is really good. That's one thing I really give it, because you get in tune with these characters. The voice acting's on 100, you know. His interaction with his son and everything, and just like the enemies, just the whole like the game just looks good, you know. So I have to say, you know, that's one of the top games. Now my second, I probably have to say Shadow of Mordor, because when that game came out, you know, I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings, you know, but you don't have to be a fan necessarily to play this type of game. You know, it has a little bit, you know, of a side story, but you know, I picked up this game, you know, kind of just, you know, I checked out some reviews and I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna see what it's talking about, you know. Picked it up, and then like I instantly fell in love with it. Open world, you know, you have to go and assassinate these top well, they start off like low level orcs, and you know, you get to the high level orcs and stuff. Then when you get killed, you know, they rank up. It's like a different rank system and all that, but it's just like the battle, the upgrades, like everything on that game was like amazing. And like, man, I remember at one point when I got that game, like I was playing it like every day, you know. As you upgrade and you get your abilities, every time you kill an orc, like it's satisfying. Like I think I put Southside on it. I was telling him about the game and made him go get it. And but that overall, that game is just like amazing. So my third, now, you know, it's kind of new to me, but it's been out for a while, and I have to say that I will be putting some hours in this game, is the game Anthem. You know, it got mediocre reviews when it first came out. I think due to some like
Unpolished.
connectivities, unpolished stuff, some connectivity issues and stuff, and
In-game.
some of the in-game online game, all that, and they're still trying to fix it now. But the thing I like about this game is it's a third-person shooter, because I can't mess with first-person shooters due to me like getting dizzy. It's a third-person shooter with different types of abilities, and you can customize your javelin or suit any way you want to. And they got so many. It's man, I don't know how many different types of customizations you can do. You can do from the head to the shoulders, torso, leg, like it's paint jobs. You can get different types of gear that you can purchase. Is like it's limitless, you know. Like I'm just started playing it and I'm addicted. Like I want to get on it right now. And I like the fact that you can team up with 3 other people, you know, and you complete these missions, you know. And it's open world, you know, you get to fly around. Game looks good, and it's just an overall fun game. You know, a lot of people are sleeping on it, and you know, I feel like you don't know until you play it, and you'll see how good the game is. That's my top 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and say one more thing about Persona 5 because I don't think I really went much into detail.
Trying to sell it.
But
Sell it, Nick.
yeah, basically one more thing I'm just gonna say about Persona 5 is that when I was trying to say it with the RPGs and everything, I thought it was really cool because it had like this kind of metropolis setting or whatever, and it had a real like the story was like very original. Like it was basically I'm not gonna set any spoilers, but it was basically like some high schoolers that just went into like the wrong kind of corner, and they went into like a different like alternate kind of like world that like they were in the same area, but they went into a different alternate world, and then they found out they had like alternate egos and stuff like that. And then they had different sides to other people that they knew, and they had like evil sides to some people that they knew in the real world, like in their own high school, and they were trying to figure out stuff like that. But I don't know, like the story like is like immersed me so much, and on top of that, like you can also find like basically the personas in this game are all masks. So every mask that you put on, you have like a different kind of look, depending on what kind of mask you have on. But yeah, like your main character can do different kind of like masks, and like, you know, the other characters can just have their own personas. They have their own personas that you can use as like side, you know, characters or whatever that. But yeah, like there's so much to the game that you can literally play this game for hours, like, and never see the sun again. That's why I liked it so much. You just don't want to put it down. Okay, I'm gonna get into an interesting one now. Since we went into like the top 3 games of this generations that you played, what are some games, doesn't matter how many, that you actually do want to play this generation before the next generation comes out?
I'll keep it short and simple. I ain't gonna be long this time. I'm just gonna play some games that I started, but I either got sidetracked or just didn't finish. I just want to play Titanfall 2 because the single player is really good, and that's what people hype about that game. The single player is supposedly one of the best first-person shooter single players ever, or at least top 10 or whatever. So I'm definitely want to get back into that one. Never finished Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a tragedy, I know, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish that one too. So the last one I want to finish is Resident Evil 2. I mean, I started, I was really enjoying it, but I got sidetracked by other games, and just never got back to it. So I'm probably start that one fresh again, probably on the harder difficulty. Get that one to go again. But that's 3 for sure I want to play. Control would have made this list too, but that's gonna be on PS5, and I think I'll start that one fresh on PS5.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was just thinking about that too.
Yeah, because I like those type of games. There was a game Sobs back on PS2 that had those like psychic powers and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I really want to play it.
I'm gonna have to wait. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to wait on it.
I'm gonna get on the 5 and play it. It'll probably be my first PS5 purchase.
Big facts.
Yeah, I got a bunch of games I need to
All right. We got the list. We got the time. Let's go for it.
I mean, you ain't got this time, bro. My backlog.
You been playing Destiny all day.
You're right.
There's some games you want to play.
Nah,
There's some other games out there, you know.
But games I want to just start like Detroit. I've been hype about that since they announced it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Cause Quantum Dream.
Yep.
I played them. Yeah, that's who developed Detroit. I played pretty much all their games except for the Nomad Soul, and every one of them been outstanding in my opinion. Then God of War, I still haven't even started it yet. I had it sitting on the shelf, collecting dust.
You gotta start that one, son.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's gotta finish Horizon. Finish up. I'll be all night telling all the games I got. I'd finish Hellblade.
I got a lot too.
Yeah, that's some of the games that I would like to either start or finish before I share that money out for a PlayStation 5 or in the Xbox One Series X. So.
Yeah, you gotta start putting this now, like the backlog out. That's what I did earlier this year.
Yeah.
I knocked out a bunch of games earlier this year.
All right, Nick.
All right, I guess I'm gonna go ahead. I got quite a lot too, and first one that I actually want to play on stream, that I think a lot of people might be interested in too. It's a game called Undertale. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that game before.
Heard of it.
Undertale. You never heard of it?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Oh yeah, you've heard of it.
Yeah.
So I've watched like so many people play this game. It's basically an RPG, but it's like an indie game to where it's made by a guy named Toby Fox, and this guy it's available on PS4, Switch. I think it's also available on PC as well, but it's an RPG game to where like it's kind of like a turn-based game, like a very like low res kind of like a turn-based game. But man, like all the stuff you do in this game, like you actually can no spoilers, but you can actually choose to be, if you want to go on the good side, like depending on what you do in the story, you can it actually like alters like what happens like during the entire game, like everything that you do, depending on like if you kill somebody or if you leave them alone or if you like hug them or if you just don't even decide to fight them or whatever. It actually like alters like how people feel about you in the game, and then like at the end of the game, like there could be a good or a bad ending depending on what you do. But like the characters like in that game, like you would think like the way the game looks, like it wouldn't be that like really good, but the plot and like how all the characters like how they the symmetry of all the characters like in the whole game that you meet, just like they all mesh together, and I don't know, man, like it's just a game I really want to get into. But yeah, it's just a single player RPG and I really want to play that game. What's another one I want to get into? A lot of people have been telling me to play Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. It's like that MMO game, because I never thought that that Final Fantasy would ever try to go that route into an MMO. But I might have to give it a shot. What's another one? Let's see. Shadow of War, because I played Shadow of Mordor, but I never played the second installment.
But the second one, yeah.
I haven't played the second one yet, and I still have that like by my PlayStation. I always look at it every day, like when I put Ghost of Tsushima in. But I'm probably gonna play it next. But there is one game that I only opened once, also in my stack, and that is, sorry, Red Dead Redemption 2. I didn't play the story. I didn't play the game. Besides, like, oh, my friend wanted to play online, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get to the part to where I can actually play online, and then I just put it back in the box, and now it's been collecting dust. But I definitely need to get on that. And what else? There's like one more, I think, off the top of my head. Borderlands 3. That's also another one, because I'm a big Borderlands fan too. But yeah, that's probably all of mine.
I'm gonna piggyback off Nick's selection. No, I was playing. I'm gonna run through them real quick. I mean, I got a lot of titles too. You know, I say I need to play that Spider-Man. You know, everybody's been saying it's a beast. You know, I'm gonna get on
I'll
that
let you borrow
Spider-Man.
that, bro. Or
All
Ty.
right.
It's really good. That would have been one of my honorable mentions.
Okay. They game Detroit. It's in my library. I think they gave it to us for free on one of the months
Yeah,
for PlayStation
yeah.
Plus. So that's in the vault. As much as I liked Shadow of Mordor, I got to play that Shadow of War. I bought it. I just never got to it yet because I was playing something else. I think it was during the time like God of War had came out, and I was on God of War for the time being. And then I actually got to finish God of War because I had kind of stopped playing that too. So I need to finish that. What else? Also that Batman, the Telltale game.
Oh yeah.
It's really good. I played both of those earlier this year.
I had started playing that, and you know I got sidetracked again. So that's another one that I gotta finish up. But I think I played everything else that I wanted to play except for those games that you know I still got on my checklist.
Batman, man, you gotta play that, bro.
Yeah, Telltale games, bro. They
yeah.
fire, straight fire.
Oh yeah, I mess with those Walking Dead ones.
Yeah, The Walking Dead, man. That first
The
one.
Batman one was dope though, especially the second season of Batman. Oh man,
Ooh, no spoilers.
no spoilers,
Y'all-
of course.
Y'all
no
play
spoilers.
the Borderlands
Man,
one and the
it's a
Wolf
beast.
Among Us?
No,
I don't like Borderlands.
no, I didn't.
But the Borderlands Telltale game, that was good.
No, but
Yeah.
I've seen
the
somebody
Game
play
of
like a
Thrones
little
one.
bit of it.
The Game of Thrones one.
I should play
Played
it.
the Game of Thrones one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's alright.
It was alright.
Batman though.
I ain't playing
Woo!
Batman.
Batman though.
That went
shit's a
hard,
beast.
bro.
Yeah, I love the Batman one.
Oh
That was
yeah.
dope.
Okay, well, is that everybody? Everybody games? We don't have no honorable mentions?
Nah.
We get.
All
We're
right.
beyond the point.
All right, y'all. Well, we're going to end the podcast here. We are the Southern Made Gamers. And my name is Nick Fury. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at TK_Nick Fury.
It's your boy Blasian318. You can follow me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter, Blasian318, and on Twitch, Blasian318. Let's get it.
It's Late, aka the Southside Player. You can find me, of course, on PSN and Steam.
As what?
As Southside Player. I just said that. Also find me on Twitter too as YoungLade83.
This is Big D Brown. You can find me on Xbox as Big D Brown. On PlayStation as Big D Brown 25. On Twitch as Talent D83. And Twitter and Instagram as D Brown 2583.
All right, y'all. We out.